Welcome to Kippy C Math! Today, we're going to round 4-digit numbers to any place. And we're going to use a chicken crossing the road to help us figure it out. Round means to find a number that your number is close to. One of the times that I hear people round the most is when they talk about money, because you don't always pay exactly the amount that's given, and so we usually just round. We think about what it's close to. Now, I said we're going to use a chicken to help us, and here we have Hey Hey from the movie Moana, which is one of my favorite movies. You've probably heard of the joke, why did the chicken cross the road? Well, Hey Hey is trying to cross the road so he can get to the other side, and a big truck is coming. Hey Hey can choose to go to this side of the road or this side of the road. What side do you think he should go to? I think he should go to this side because he's closer. Now imagine instead, Hey Hey was over here. Then I would tell him to run to this side because it's closer. I basically would use the halfway mark of the road to decide. If Hey Hey's over here, he should run this way. If Hey Hey's over here, he should run this way. Well, we're actually going to do the same with number. When we're rounding or figuring out what a number is close to, we're going to figure out the sides, and then we're going to figure out the halfway mark. So, every time we show our work for rounding, we are going to draw two sides of the road, then we're going to find the middle of the road, and then we'll figure out if our number is on this side so that it's closer to this, or if our number is over here, in which case it's closer to this. Step 1 is finding out what number your place value is between. So here and here. You guys already had a lesson on this and already viewed the steps. If I want to know what hundreds is 2,468 between, I put 2,468 in a place value chart, and then I redraw the chart just to the place value I'm looking for, but bringing down all the numbers. That helps me see that I have 24 hundreds, no tens or ones are part of the hundreds, and then I go up 25 hundreds. After you do that step where you've found the sides of the road, then you find the halfway mark. And this is also a lesson you've already had that you should already know how to do. Let's say I want to find halfway between 1,600 and 1,700. You know, I'm always going to put my number in a place value chart. That's always the first step. And then since I'm here rounded to the hundred, half of 100 is 5 tens, a 5 in this place. But my halfway mark is going to be 1,650. Finally, you can see what side your number is on. So you can make up anything here. Let's say it was 10 and 20 and half is 15. That's basically telling me numbers less than 15, they're going to round this way. Numbers greater than 15 are going to round this way, just like that chicken. Now, the trickiest one is the actual halfway mark, 15 itself. Because 15 is 5 away from 10 and it's 5 away from 20. It's right in the middle. We have a convention. That means we have a tradition. That means we've agreed as mathematicians around the world to just always round 15 to the bigger number. Well, now let's see it all put together by a special guest.
Hi, I'm Mr. Betts from Spring Academy.
Hi, Mr. Betts. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, Mr. Betts, how do we round 4,128 to the nearest hundred?
Oh, this is one of my favorite topics of the year. So the first thing that we have to do is put our numbers in a place value chart.
Okay, let me do that. A place value chart. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay, I did it.
Then I'm going to draw a new place value chart underneath with just hundreds.
Oh, okay. I can already see where you're going with this. Interesting. Okay.
And now I see that I have 4,100 is my low hundred.
Okay.
I put that on the number line.
Okay. Got it.
Then one more hundred is 4,200. And then
Okay.
my halfway mark is 4,150 or 4,150.
Okay. I'm writing that in. Got
Okay.
it. Got
And
it.
now I see that 4,128 is less than 4,150, so it's closer to 4,100.
Whoa. So the answer is 4,100?
Yes,
All right. Wow. Thank you so much.
no problem.
Fantastic. Now that we've had that great information, it's interesting to see how we would round the very same number 3 different ways, right? This says round 4,382 to the nearest 1,000. Round 4,382 to the nearest 100. Round 4,382 to the nearest 10. If you don't read carefully and you're just like, oh, round 4,382, you might jump to the wrong conclusion about which place. So make sure you're really careful to read all the way what place value. Let's try these out. Step 1. Step 1 is to find the sides of the road. So we put our number in a place value chart, and then we redraw the place value chart if we need to, or since this is already to the thousands place, we just turn the rest of the small numbers into zeros. 4,000 is the low thousand, and 5,000 is the high thousand. That's what this number is between. Half of 1,000 is here. 4,382 is less, it's down here. Since it's lower, it rounds to 4,000. Now let's do this one. We're again going to do the sides of the road, but this time we do have to make a new place value chart because it wants us to round to the hundreds. I see 43 hundredths. I rate it as 4,300. The next one up is 4,400. Now we think about the halfway mark. The halfway mark is half of the hundreds place. That's 5 tens. That's 50. The answer here for this problem is 4,400. Now we can do the whole thing again. We still draw the same work. We draw that place value chart only to the tens. This is the tens, 438 tens. This is a 0. We write it as 4,380 and 4,390. What do you think the halfway mark is? It's 4,385. 4,382 is less than 4,385. So, I should have drawn an arrow over there. Oops. So I'm going to round down. The answer is 4,380. Now it's time to show that work. Yay for your super brain! You can dance like this chicken.